Yo, what is going on YouTube? This your boy Kamen Zero Spike back again once again. And today, people, today we're here for Avataro Sentai donbrothers episode 20. Yeah, or should I say Avataro Sentai Dragonfires episode 20, because this is a whole different breed of episode, you guys. But episode basically starts off with that boy Jiru, who's living in a shack and has very low income and has only one pair of clothes, and he has to wash his clothes every day. But we see that he gets a call. He basically gets a call from his childhood friend slash ex-girlfriend Rumi, who plans on coming to see him for Tokyo. So he goes to the donbrothers for their assistance, and basically asking them to make it seem like Jiru is this big hero and things like that. So Tado agrees. Everybody else, like, it says nah to it, but Tado agrees to this and basically says that from now on, Jiru is gonna be Jiru is gonna be your leader. And that's when Tado basically walks out. So that's when Jiru basically takes control of the team and ends up renaming the team into Avataro Sentai Dragonfire. And he even replaces the kanji in the name that has Tado's name in it. So he's really trying to replace Tado in this. So we see that throughout the episode, we see that he has them training together, he has them training and stuff like that together. And we get a glimpse of Tsubasa, who is traveling by himself, and he actually sees a spot that him and Natsumi used to go to, and he reminisces on a memory that they have with each other, talking about reincarnation and things like that, saying that she asks him, hey, if you died, what would you want to be reincarnated as? He said, I want to be reincarnated as myself, so I can find you again. And then she was like, well, guess what? I'll never die, so that way I can always be with you. So it was all nice and sweet, cute stuff. So that reincarnation line, I don't think that was a throwaway line, but we'll come back to that. So we see that Tsubasa does end up seeing the rest everybody else sitting up training with Jiru, and he actually ends up training with them for a while, but he realizes that he's not too up to it, so he pretends to get chased by the cops and he leaves. So we do see that throughout the episode that Jiru is basically training everybody, basically, and he wants everybody to be famous. He wants them to be famous, and he wants them to like just do a bunch of other things in the public eye that are not fighting Hitotsuki. So throughout the episode, we see them saving different people, saving people from collapsing buildings and fires and getting hit by trucks and stuff like that. They're saving people, and they're starting to actually get a lot of traction, a lot of public eye, a lot of public view, and everybody's egos are like getting cocky. Like, everybody's getting cocky, their egos are going up, stuff like that. We see that Kaito does not agree with this. He says that if they keep acting this way, then you guys are gonna get a big head and you're gonna get cocky and stuff like that, and that's not the way to be, especially when you're trying to be a hero. So no one cares. No one cares about what Kaito's talking about. And yeah, so we do see that the Hitotsuki for this episode is this guy who wants to be the strongest martial artist and stuff like that. We see him actually challenge we see him actually challenge someone. He challenged this guy to, he's like the best kickboxer, and he actually challenges him and actually beats the guy, actually one-shots this guy, fighting this guy in the ring. Like, he turns out, hey, you're the best guy you're the best kickboxer in the city, right? He's like, yeah. And he's like, challenge me, I want to get stronger. And he's like, complete Goku crap. And the dude was ready too. He was ready. He took off his trench coat, threw away his bag, threw away his umbrella, and he's like, let's go to him. He was already just ready. So I'll tell you what kind of guy this is. So, but he ends up getting one-shotted in the stomach by this guy, and that's when his Hitotsuki starts to manifest. So we do see Sunoi and God, how have I forgot her name? God, whatever. But him and I used to call it White, right? Yeah, so I call it White. So we see that Sinoni, there we go, Sinoni. I'm so sorry. Sonoi and Sinoni are talking about Don Murasame, and do we actually get like a little backstory on Murasame, saying that Murasame was an artificial life form, who basically ended up developing his own like consciousness. And we see Sonoza, he's over there and he's with them, but he's over there reading manga. It turns out it's Haruka's manga. We see that he's very obsessed with it. We see that he has multiple volumes of it, so I think that's gonna plant some seeds as well, because he also did the same thing in the last episode where he ends up scaring this guy, and the guy gives him the manga, and it's Sakura's manga, and he's reading it. So out of nowhere, random talent agency lady, we don't see her face, but she comes up to the three of them and says, "Hey, you guys want to be in a movie?" And it's like, okay, like, okay, they actually agreed to it. We don't hear them say, we don't see them say it, but they did actually agree to be in the movie. So after that, we end up seeing the rest of the team are basically, they've become like big-headed. They seem like, and that whole saying that you know, Kaito's like, yeah, everybody's noses are gonna grow, stuff like that. And you actually see that everybody's noses actually grow like some Pinocchio stuff. And that's when Kaito comes in and reveals to them that the only reason you've been saving all these people is because of Taro. We see that Taro has been in the shadows, just like me, because we see that throughout everything that's been going on. We see that Taro and Kaito have been in the shadows watching the rest of the team. So, but we do get a conversation between Taro and Kaito, and this is where the reincarnation thing kind of comes into play. But for me, at least, it's my theory. But we see that Taro does ask Kaito, "Who are you?" And Kaito basically says that, "Hey, I was born a hero, I fought as a hero, and I'll always be a hero." And that's it. That's it, yo. I'm shrugging my shoulders right now. That's it. That's all he said. So we see that he asks him, "How are my companions doing?" And that's when Kaito leaves and says, "Hey, they're learning something about life." So we did see that after Kaito reveals to them that Taro has been the one behind the scenes, using his alter form to help them in these different little emergencies that been having. Everybody just kind of realizes that, oh man, we've been real effed up, and that's why everybody's noses pop off, and they actually say F it. They leave this big ceremony they're about to have with each other. They're about to have this city honoring them type thing, and they ended up going to help Taro, except Jiru. So we go back and see everybody ports over, and we see everybody fight it. Well, also I can't believe I forgot this part, but also we saw Taro and Kaito actually fight the Hitotsuki in this episode as well. We get the return of Black Zen Kaiser, and it looked pretty good. I'm so happy to actually see that, man. Seeing Kaito do something, and seeing Kaito do something other than just sit there behind the freaking in the cafe. I'm so glad we actually finally got to see him actually do some stuff and actually reveal some stuff that this is the most he's talked. This is like the most he's talked to the entire crew like this. So yeah, but we did see that the rest of the crew, they end up going off to help to help Taro fight the Hitotsuki. We see that while this is happening, we see that Jiru snaps. Yeah, Jiru snaps, and he ends up snapping and ends up activating his second personality, and he pops up at the fight with his whole different personality, who Sonoza and Haruka, they call Feral Jiru. So Jiru actually transforms into his other form called Don Thunderbolt, the White Tiger. Now this form, it looks okay. If you made some more parts white and silver, it'll be a little bit better. But it just looks like the Don Dragoku form, but just with some white armor on top of it and a different helmet piece. That's really it. But other than that, I feel like the form should look a little bit more white and silver. But hey, I didn't make the suit. It's just my suggestion. So we see that he ends up fighting he transforms into his form and tries to fight Kaito in the middle of all of that. But Kaito's like, "Hey man, I can't fight you right now. I can't fight you right now. We got more. We're gonna do this another time. So Jiru's like, all right. He's like, all right, bet. Then I'll just take down the freaking Hitotsuki first. So he goes in and he has a nasty fighting style. And as he ends up destroying the Hitotsuki grows, and that's when we get our mecha fight. And that's when everybody starts apologizing to Taro. Which is one thing I don't like, is the fact that everybody's just like, they say, yeah, we're with Taro all the way, but as soon as they get a opportunity to not follow him or not do what he tells them to do, they take it. Like, this is like what, the umpteenth time they sit here and apologize to him. Like, they don't get it by now. I don't understand. So we end up defeating him. We end up defeating the monster. But while that fight's going on, we do see we get a fight between Sonoi and Don Morisame. And we see that we actually find out that Don Morisame is a artificial life form created by the Cerebrand's council. And to do what, we don't know. But also Sonoi had his theories about the reason why Morisame is here, because of the bestials coming back, which could play a part in that. So yeah, but back to the throwaway line I talked about before. Maybe this Kaito is like a reincarnation of of regular Kaito. I don't know, or maybe this is just this world's Kaito. But I feel like this Kaito has something to do with reincarnation and the god that was in Zenkaiger. That's personally how I feel. If you guys can put that together, pick that apart all y'all want. So yeah, but after that we see that Jiru doesn't change back to his regular self in this episode. He doesn't change back to his regular self. We don't even see him after that. So it seems like it seems like this whole personality, him changing thing and fighting Don Thunderbolt, it seems like this is going to be like kind of a recurring thing in the next episodes. It doesn't seem like he's going to snap back. So we'll see how that happens. But after they defeat the monster, we see that the gear that comes out of it is a Die Ranger gear, and it goes to Jiru, and he gets the Die Ranger white gear. So we're gonna see that. We're gonna see him transform into that next time. But it's kind of cool seeing it. Kind of cool to know that Jiru can transform into the Green Ranger and now the White Ranger, which is dope. You got two of the most famous Rangers ever, played by one guy. But other than that, though, this episode was dope. I mean, and then also the girl Rummy, turns out she decided not to visit. She just like, hey, you know, I start work next week, so you know I'm not gonna go. So it's like, I'm like, what? I'm like, dang, I was kind of looking forward to this. But other than that, you guys let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think about this episode. What you guys think of, you know, Kaito coming out nasty doing some fighting? What you guys think of Don Thunderbolt? And yeah, but I'm not letting you do. Well, anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I'm gonna see you guys next time. Make sure to take care of yourself and each other. It's weird out here, but yeah, stay henshin.